the Denver Broncos. Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch out. He's checking. He's checking.
This is Marlon Mack, third-year running back. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Check, 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 check.
Here's Marlon Mack. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
That's right, baby. They don't want it. Check, check. First down. First down.
Here's the second-year back out of NC State, Naheem Hines. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Hey, check 24. Check 24. You go, Booker. You go. Check, 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 check.
They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll try to throw now. Brissett. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 20-yard line.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Hey, let's pin the mirrors back and go full strip.
Off the play fake. Here's Brissett. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. They go play action with Brissett. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. No doubt a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
Now the young man who was a Pro Bowler as an undrafted rookie, it's Phillip Lindsay. They were looking for a little spark and some breathing room. They got it right there, a gain of 14 and a first down. Well, we talked about Phillip Lindsay so much last year, but it bears repeating. Undrafted in 2018, the Broncos would sign him in May, and that was a good decision. He would have a 1,000-yard season, 9 touchdowns en route to a Pro Bowl appearance. So from undrafted to playing in the Pro Bowl in 10 months, that's pretty clean living for Phillip Lindsay. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
On second down, a run with Lindsay. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Here we go, here we go. 180! Right there.
Garoppolo to throw on 3rd and 1. Outright, this one goes to Patrick. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. First down. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. This is Royce Freeman, second-year man from Oregon. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. A.J. Klein on the tackle there.
2nd and 10 at the Colts 47-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. To throw is Garoppolo. Sutton reeling it in on the left side. And he's taken down inside the 30. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 29-yard line.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Patch it. 1, Omaha. 58.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsay. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Hey, alert!
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Gets it off to Freeman. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. The confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Here we go. 180! Here we go, G, get off the field. 21. Here we go. 49, guys. Mike, 49.
Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap and a give to Lindsey. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
12. 58, boy, 58, Mike. Let's go.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. The linebacker, Darius Leonard, applied the heat.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. This is taken at the 3.
Let's go.
At their own 18-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away. But they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Here we go. Here we go.
Now Brissett. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
It's a gain of 22 yards.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
40-yard line. Go. Use the mic. Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room. Good. Watch the sled. Motion. Mike 52. Mike, come on. Time to go. Night. No. Check that.
Brissett on 1st down. Buying time to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Switch up. Switch.
Now Mack. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
It's 3rd down and 4.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down.
That's what I do. 47's the mic, boy. 47. Check. 47.
Out of the gun, Brissett. Into the hands of his running back, Marlon Mack. And he will have the 1st down as he gets this to the 47. 3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 47.
47's the mic. Hey, watch the slant. 47's the mic. 47's the mic. You. 47 mic. 47 mic.
From the gun, here's Brissett. Ebron caught left side. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Here's Hines. And now a fumble. The ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. If ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
They'll run on first down. It's Mack. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. On second down, here's a run with Mack. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. They get the all-pro guard there, Quentin Nelson. Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call.
Check 52's the mic. Check 52's the mic. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Hey, Mike 52. Mike 52.
A second down throw for Bissett. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 25.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. But what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here in the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position. After a turnover, I feel like I might have a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn it into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
On first down, right back to Lindsey. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Here we go. Like 20. 58, right over there, right over there. 11. Hey, wahoo!
On second and 11 now. Garoppolo, throw left side complete. That's Sutton. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 34-yard line.
Here we go.
Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. A run with Lindsey out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
58 to Mike, 58 to Mike. In the face. 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. You better be afraid of me.
On second and 12, Garoppolo. And he hits his target, Deshaun Hamilton. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 16.
65.
On first down, Lindsey. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
White.
Garoppolo, a final shot here before half. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Tim Patrick, as time expires in the first half. And the Broncos push further out in front. You knew time was going to run out, so this had to be in the end zone, and somehow they were able to find a window and get it done.
Very easy for us to talk about up here that, yes, all that had to happen, but when time's running down, sometimes your brain compresses a little bit too. They showed great poise, understanding of situation, making sure they got to the end zone in order to complete that pass and take a nice momentum into the locker room.
Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They'll run. It's Lindsey, and he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Here's Lindsey. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold them to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. On 2nd and 9, Garoppolo, rush coming, and he's taken down. Darius Leonard able to record his 5th sack of the season.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
So the sack of Garoppolo, and now what can they come up with on 3rd and long?
58, boys, 58, Mike. Focus, defense, focus. 58 to Mike. 65. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. 58, right.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And he's got Hireman. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Here we go.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now it's Lindsey. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
I'm trying to collect. And 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. Watch the pass. 2.
Garoppolo. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Patrick. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
They'll run on first down. It's Lindsey, and he'll get it down this time to the 17. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Another run by Lindsey. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Phillip Lindsey with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front.
That drive that really increased their cushion, felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Here we go.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's Brissett. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
Set, hut, 6 yards. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. New Mike 52. Mike.
First down, Brissett. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Bradley Chubb able to record his 5th sack of the season.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Mike 52, Mike 52. They can't hang with them.
Play fake, Brissett. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
That's what I'm talking about.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. Looking for Campbell downfield. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
Begin. 11.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. And Sutton hauls it in over the middle. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. They were looking for a cushion from that end zone. He gave it to him, 15 big yards. Sutton is part of a good young receiving core for the Broncos. They liked Sutton enough last year. They traded away Demaryius Thomas, if you remember, halfway through the season. And Sutton, he responded. Rookie campaign, had over 700 yards, 42 catches for the man from Brenham, Texas, which is located halfway between Houston and Austin. On first down, Lindsey. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey, Charlie. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. 58, right over there.
On 2nd and 7, Garoppolo. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Darius Leonard in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long?
21. Hey, orbit. 58, boy, 58, 58, Mike. Let's go, D. going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day. 58 for Mike, 58. 58 for Mike. One, Omaha.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Over the middle, he's got Deshaun Hamilton. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. Back now in Indianapolis. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the fourth. The Broncos send out their punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. So from the 36 now, first and 10.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soft. Y'all playing good.
Here's Brissett. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Washington. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. To throw is Brissett. They'll run the screen with Mack. Only 3 there on the screen at second down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
That first down completion only netted them 3. Second and 7. Brissett sets to throw it. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 15-yard line. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
Mike 52. Watch the screen, watch the screen.
On second and 11 now. Brissett to the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. James Washington was the intended target, and it's third down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Brissett. And he's got his tight end. That's Ebron, and it's a Colt touchdown. Eric Ebron, his first touchdown on the year. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. This will be fielded at the 8. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
The pass there complete to Sutton. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe. Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Here we go. 180! Check back. 11. Mike, 58, right there. I'm here all day. Hey, box truck. 58, come on. 58, come on.
Garoppolo going to try and throw on third. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It was Justin Houston, the native of Statesboro, Georgia, with a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Kill.
Reset. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Go. You can choose a Mike. Watch Mike. Come off the ball. No, Mike 52.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of 4th down, 1st down.
Well, so much for winning the down you put a lot of emphasis on, because 3rd down is key for offense and defense. Instead, you're going to stay on the field and start a new set of downs.
Say it. It's free. My turn. 52, Mike 52.
You ain't doing nothing today.
No. Check that. We want Mike 52.
A first down throw for Brissett. Washington with a catch, middle of the field. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. They'll run on first down. It's Mack. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 20-yard line. That one good for 33 and a first. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Let's go. You tighten up. That's it.
So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On 1st and 10, Brissett dumps this one off to Mack. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now Brissett. And that one's going to be over everybody in the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. He was looking for the connection with Devin Funchess. And it's 3rd and short.
Here we go. 52 with the flag. Check 52. Come on. Come on. You better bring it. Hayward. Mike 52. Army. Hey, Mike 52. Better bring it.
Brissett looks to throw. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
A 29-yard attempt.
And Vinatieri's kick is good. And they're back within a touchdown at 17-10. So you knew one way or another that they needed the 2 scores. They get the easy one out of the way. Now they'll get the ball back, hopefully.
Yeah, and the question is, how do you accomplish that? Do you onside kick it? Or since you have all 3 timeouts, do you kick it deep? To me, I'm playing field position. With all 3 timeouts, I kick it deep and try and pin them back there.
Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the 4th. Hard to believe.
Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yep. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. A running play here on 1st down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score. But they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
They'll go again with Lindsey. And once again, this Colts defense stops him behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
That's going to be a long day.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
Hey, get in the weight room.
To throw is Garoppolo. And he finds Hamilton. That's complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 43. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Garoppolo now, pretty remarkable. 14 of 15 through the air, only 1 incompletion, and another 1st and 10 here. Now a carry for Lindsey. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Here we go. 180.
Hey, watch the slant.
Down to a knee goes Garoppolo, and that ought to do it. And that knee will do it. So they snap the losing streak. Always a good feeling.
Yeah, I don't know if this one right here, when they're taking a knee, is as much exultation as exhalation, right? They just breathe a sigh of relief. Finally got a win. Needed one desperately.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 180!
Crunch time, defense.
So this one will wind up a Denver victory, and it's never easy to come into Denver to win. You think